I'm Christelle.
And we're Blondies Kitchen.
And we're back with another cookie recipe.
Because we wouldn't have it any other way.
So we asked a lot of people on our Instagram what cookies you'd like to see us do. And one of the most popular ones that we actually sell is our Oreo and Nutella cookie. So we thought we're going to give you the best seller cookie on our menu. It's slightly different, but the flavour is exactly the same. And this cookie is Moorish. It's delicious, it's chocolatey, it's nutty, it's everything you want in an indulgent cookie. So let's get going.
This is an American style thicker cookie. You seem to love them. So we're going to show you how to make it with the thicker base of some of our cookies. So we've got our trusty mixer and we're going straight in with 250 grams of unsalted butter that is softened.
Oh, it's that soft.
It's much easier to mix when it's softened. And we've got 180 grams of golden caster sugar and 180 grams of soft light brown sugar going in with that too. And what we're going to do is just get this beating until it's lovely and pale and fluffy. You know the drill. Yes.
So for these thicker recipes, you don't have to cream the butter and the sugar that much because it doesn't do much to the cookie.
Right.
It doesn't add air or texture because you're using a plain flour, which is more dense than the self-raising flour. So you're not looking for lift here or aeration. Do you know what I mean? So you don't have to spend so much time beating this so much because we're also adding in Oreos, which are heavy as well, so it's just going to make everything way down. So just get it so it's combined together, and once it's combined, we're ready to go in with our eggs.
Amazing. So we've got 2 eggs. Oh, do you mind lifting that up?
Yeah.
Oh, just bury me to get it on the table otherwise.
So I always find that Oreo and Nutella are the most amazing pairing together, don't you?
100%.
Well, every time it's baking in our kitchen, the smell is like something like a Krispy Kreme-esque smell. I can't explain it. It's like a
aroma.
You know that smell of the freshly glazed donuts? That's the smell that you get when you bake these.
100%. I love it. So we're just beating our eggs in there now.
Beautiful.
Creamy, dreamy. Just want to scrape those sides down to make sure that everything gets combined with the egg and not just the bit that's in the bowl.
I feel like we always repeat ourselves with things like this, but it is so important that you do these steps to make sure that
it's perfect.
So if you've ever had cookies before that some spread like crazy, some literally that go a bit like a brandy snap, it's because the butter and the sugar hasn't been
combined properly. With the egg especially. Get it all in there.
And then mix that up again.
Get it on. This is good now. This is looking good. It's paler, it's fluffier. Just what we want. When the eggs combined, you'll know because it goes a lot fluffier than before.
Like a cake mixture.
Exactly, like cake batter. And now are we going to go in with our Oreos? So we've got a pack of Oreos, which
But what I've done is I've taken, so I know this recipe makes about 11 to 12 cookies, and I'm going to be topping the cookies once they're baked with half an Oreo. So I'm going to set them aside.
Perfect,
So
the
I've
whole
got
ones.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, just in case I've got 12.
12 halves.
12
she hasn't got 12 Oreos,
No.
she's got 6.
12 sides.
Yes, so the rest can go straight in?
Yeah.
Rest are in, and now we're going to give this a good
Gonna do
beating
a
with a
pinch of
pinch of
salt.
salt. I feel like we just repeat ourselves, but for those that haven't watched our videos, salt is so important to add in your sweet bakes because it just balances everything together.
So you want to beat this together, and you want to make sure the Oreos
Yeah, nicely crumbed and combined, but you don't want to beat it so that the whole mix goes brown, do you?
No.
Just a light crushing together.
Bit more.
Bit more?
Yeah.
How's that?
Because you're going to mix it again with the flour, remember, so there's still some more beating
So you can see the flecks of Oreo throughout the dough, and now we are going to be going in with our dry ingredients. So the last lot going in is our plain flour. We've got 460 grams of plain flour with 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And although we're using plain flour, we're just using a bit of baking powder to give it that thick puff that we want.
Okay, put it on slowly. Beautiful. It's so simple, but so delicious.
And you don't want to beat this for too long. It's a bit like what Christelle was saying earlier about throwing all the dense stuff in. This, we want it to be thick and hold its shape, so we just want to combine the ingredients. We don't want to keep beating. We're there. Yeah.
Just get
one last whoosh. And our cookie dough is ready. And this is our base cookies and cream Oreo cookie dough that is just going to turn into the most incredible cookies ever. But don't get too excited because, like always, we do need to chill these before baking. Prime step. However, I will just check that it's okay.
So if you look, the consistency is thick enough, but it's still got some chunks of the Oreos, so it's not completely, you're just literally
I love raw cookie dough. It's so good.
Good, because you're in a cookie dough company.
That is so good. But if you love raw cookie dough as much as we do, we actually do sell a cookies and cream raw edible cookie dough at our concession in Selfridges.
We've also brought out a cookie dough roll, which is cookies and cream. So if you want to get that and you don't want to make this and you want the simplicity of clicking your fingers and it's
buy a roll,
buy the roll.
Slice it at home, bake it when you fancy.
Head over to our website, go shopping.
Literally.
Right, we're going to clean this up and then I'm going to show you how we weigh our cookies. Right, so now we've got everything ready for us to weigh it out. As we've said before, we always say this, weigh your cookies if you want them to be all exactly the same. If you've ever baked cookies and one is huge, one is small, it's because they're not the same weight. So
yeah, and they do, once weighed, they will bake the same because we're chilling them, we're doing all the right steps to make sure that every cookie looks the same.
So I actually forgot my gloves today. I always like weighing out my cookies with gloves. But if you don't have gloves, a really good trick is to have a little bowl of water, dip your fingers in it, and then you're able to grab the cookie dough without it sticking to your fingers.
Perfect, and we are weighing this out into 115 gram portions. So we should get around between 10 and 12 cookies. So we'll probably get 11 to be annoying. But yeah, just make sure you weigh every single one. And if you want to bake baby ones or smaller ones.
We get asked that all the time. Yeah. How do you make baby cookies?
Just weigh out less, exactly. But you know, as always, we're go big or go home, and we want you to have a proper filled, divine cookie. So 115 grams is a good solid weight for a big mama of a cookie.
What cookies have we got coming out for Halloween and stuff?
We have got some incredible cookies launching on the menu for Christmas and Halloween. We've got our amazing 7-inch cookies. They're like bigger than your face, and they now can be shipped the whole way across the UK with any personalised message on.
I mean, that is just incredible that you can get our cookie anywhere in the UK personalised.
Personalised. So why send a card when you can send a cookie with the message on it? So it's basically sending an edible card to anyone you want to send a gift to. And we do them in milk chocolate, Kinder Bueno, Kinder. We've got some other flavours coming soon, which we need to keep a secret for now. And then we've got our amazing Halloween range. We've got our Halloween pretzel cookie. It's chocolate salted pretzel, and it's got eyes on it to spook you out when it arrives in the post. And we've also got our Halloween candy ready to bake roll, which is filled with every chocolate treat you could ever imagine, including M&Ms, Twix, Mars, pretzels. It's amazing, and you just slice and bake it whenever you want. That's something I'm most excited about. It's only on the menu.
Will you let go of the bowl for a second?
Oh,
sorry.
For 1 month. So you've got to get it fast, because by November it's a goner. How many have you got? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you've got nearly 11.
Let me just scrape the bowl because I've almost got 11. And I know it's in there. It's a bit more.
So we knew this recipe was going to make 11 because we do test all our recipes before we give them to you. And it made 11 when we tested. So yeah, if you want to make them slightly smaller, 100 grams or 90 grams.
Oh, we lost a bit.
You will get 12.
What I might do.
Dough down.
Let's wash my hands, hold on.
And then what we're gonna do once these are all balled out is we're gonna have to fill them with Nutella and make them amazing, and then we need to chill them overnight.
So hold on, let's take a tiny bit off some of them, just so that it's 110 grams. Taking a tiny bit off like this will not affect the cookie, do not worry.
There we go. Perfect.
So now what we want to do is we need to fill these with Nutella. Chelsea.
I'm your trusty assistant as always.
Hands.
And we've got one piping bag. It's a large piping bag. If you've only got the baby ones, you might need to use
hold
two.
on, I need to dry my hands for this bit.
And what you're going to do is you're just going to fill your piping bag with the Nutella, because we're going to fill each cookie with the Nutella so that you get the oozy Nutella centre once they're baked.
Okay, hold on.
Dream. Nothing like taking that gold
I
foil
know.
off, is there?
Okay, let's fill that up. Beautiful.
And are we using an entire jar for this?
Well, it's easier to fill up the whole piping bag and then pipe it back into the jar if you don't need it, than having to reopen it because it just gets so messy.
Yeah, so we do recommend using an entire jar for this, and we agree that there's never too much Nutella in a cookie.
So how do we put the hole in the cookie? So roll it into a ball. I'm gonna have just a bit of water on my hand so it doesn't stick. If you have gloves, it doesn't stick at all. You wanna get your thumb, push it into the center of the cookie and start moving it aside, like that. It's a bit like making a dumpling. You wanna do that with all of them, and then we're gonna fill up. I feel like you're gonna wallop me with that.
Don't worry, I can if you want.
Literally, it's actually quite dangerous to do that because you can sometimes, oh my God. Once before we had a health inspection at work, and one of the girls at work was doing this, and all of a sudden.
Yes, that's because she didn't hold the top.
No, the bag split.
Oh,
she went like this with
that's too
Lotus.
heavy.
It went all down the wall, all everywhere.
my God.
And we had this woman coming in to do our inspection. I was like, oh my God, what are the chances that she just lobbed Lotus over the whole of the kitchen?
Thank you. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to fill the centre. How much Nutella are we doing? Is it like a teaspoon or a tablespoon?
More.
More than a tablespoon?
More than that. That one needs a bit more.
Okay, so about 20 grams.
Yeah.
Just going to fill this one's a bit more.
I think this one needs a tiny little bit more. Doing a fabulous job.
Which one?
That one and that one. And that one. Fabulous.
Perfect.
So what you want to do to close them is you want to actually just do this.
Seal them like dumplings.
So we're just.
And then to seal my piping bag, I just take the end off.
Well, if you don't want to use the piping bag, you can put it straight back into the jar.
Fold the end down, push it in. Done.
Move that away. The reason we want them to be round, like completely closed, is we want the Nutella to be in the middle of the cookie once baked. So I'll turn these all round now so you don't see the close.
And then we're going to chill them for at least 4 hours, preferably overnight, and then bake them. And it's even more important to chill them when they're filled like this than if they weren't filled, because they can leak out, whereas chilling them sets the Nutella in the middle as well, so that's less likely to happen.
Right, these are ready to be chilled.
And we'll see you when they're chilled. So our cookies chilled overnight, and we're about to bake 6 of them. The recipe did make 11. If you've got 2 trays, you can get them in together, or if you've only got 1, you can bake them in batches. We're putting them straight in the oven on a middle shelf at 175 degrees for about 20 minutes. And what you're looking for is them to be golden and risen like the perfect cookie. See you when they're baked. Our cookies have been in for 20 minutes and they are ready. So let's get these babies out.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, they smell ridiculous.
And they look just perfect.
So while these are hot, we want to place the Oreos. So we're going to split them in half. Uh-oh, that broke. As well as you can in half. Break it in half, and then you want to push it down slightly.
On top while they're still warm. Oh, and you can just see that ooze of Nutella coming out of that one. These are big, bad cookies. Yum. And the reason we love topping all our cookies and putting the Oreos on top is because you eat with your eyes and you want to know what you're eating. So you know, there's an Oreo and there's a nice surprise in there with the Nutella, but just make sure no nut allergy sufferers are getting their hands on these. They look amazing. So there are our incredible stuffed Nutella Oreo cookies, and we really hope you like this one. Please subscribe and like and tag us in all your recipes because it makes us so happy.
This one is so delicious. I can't wait for you guys to make it.
Neither. Try and leave them to cool for about 5 minutes before tucking in because they will just fall apart in your hands otherwise and you will burn yourself.
Enjoy, guys. See you.